Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Hello, my name is Mike, and today's show is brought to you by our Amazon page. Please remember to shop at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. It's quite simply the best way to support this show. If you need it, Amazon has it, and you can get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. Bookmark it, please.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
4:30 awakening time. Rob, seek out the Madeline Kahn, please,
Oh,
if
of course.
you can.
You bet.
I will tell you that this is not because of the young one. This is because of me. For what reason, I do not know. When I have the family over and we have red wine, and I had 2 glasses of red wine. Not anything that would cause anybody any distress, but I will tell you that I woke up at 4:30 in the morning, and I could not get back to sleep.
Man,
I just don't know why I'm doing this, but it results in when I get to the showtime, I'm extremely tired. Boys.
are you drinking every night again?
No, I'm not drinking every night again. But I'm
There's
drinking.
your problem.
What about every other night?
No, not even that. I can't tell you that one because
Okay.
it'd be every third night probably.
That's pretty good for you.
We would say we have Friday or Saturday.
Well, what
Get
day
those.
really is it, Mike? Let's be honest.
It's today is Thursday.
Oh, nice.
You know
But
what
it
that
would
means.
be Monday. We have the little thing that we have, and that's where I really went. So
But
to be
that
honest
is
with
over,
you,
right? You're not doing the Monday night things anymore.
won't be doing the Monday night thing anymore. But the Monday night thing was the night before last, so that technically means Oscar's question should have been answered in the affirmative.
Yes.
But I find myself for some reason being defensive and saying, "Well, no, of course I don't do that."
Okay,
yes, but
how
that
about
was
this?
then it would be every other night.
Well, you know what? How about
You see.
if it's every other night with an occasional break? How about 3 times a week? Does that sound better?
The vacation schedule that most people are on up here would probably involve 3 nights a week.
Yeah, I think that's nice.
That's exactly what it is. But
You're
here's
just
the
doing
thing.
what the people are doing.
But what's amazing is when you prep this show,
Yes.
our little fun little get together at 4:30 in the morning, the creative juices. You can understand why artists, did things in the middle of the night because it just flows like wine.
Oh,
it flows
yeah.
like wine. I
There's
become more
that word
aware.
again.
Wine,
Yummy.
wine was isn't wine the best thing to have?
I think,
It's
Mike, the reason that you woke up is that you either didn't drink enough or you drank too much. And if you don't drink enough, have you ever taken NyQuil and gone to bed at like 8 and then you wake up at like 3 in the morning wired because the NyQuil's worn off?
Yeah,
and
no,
you
no,
longer
I've
have
taken
it.
I've taken NyQuil and had the opposite reaction to what NyQuil is supposed to do for you, and been unable to get to sleep. I've talked to other people that have had that happen too, where it doesn't do what it's supposed to do, and let's go to the resident expert on all things artificial to get you to sleep.
Yes.
Ambien, Tylenol PM. A man who has suffered from insomnia since he was 13 years old.
Yes.
and coming over the mountains of Bolivia to this country, fresh.
The Andes.
Fresh with his brand new haircut,
Yes.
which we will discuss in the body of the
Nice
show
and
today.
tight.
That's a heck of a haircut. Did you go to Ben's Chili Bowl after you got that haircut?
Might as well.
Let me ask
Here
this
comes
question.
Oscar coming over the border.
Yep, you're good. Yeah, you're good. Okay, you're good. Excuse me, not with that haircut, sir. You're going to have to stay back on the other side of the border. I'm terribly sorry. We'll let the rest of the family in, but no, sir, not with that look. We can't let you do that. Where did you get this music?
Oh, I've had it.
What is this music?
It's labeled in the file, Mike, as Desperado Guitar.
It's
Jerks.
This is as Oscar is making his way to the border,
Ay, ay, ay.
where where in 2 years you'll have giant pictures of Donald Trump. And, very
Oil
mean
paintings.
scowl on his. All right, so let me ask you this: as far as sleep, you have problems with the
Yeah,
old.
I took 2 Motrin PM
So
last
you
night
use
to go
the
to bed.
over-the-counter as
Oh,
well
yeah.
as like the prescription
Well, I can't
stuff.
get the good stuff. I gotta go.
Oh,
over
do you
the
remember
counter.
how excited he was when we went to Florida to do a week of shows? And he said, "Look, it's the NyQuil that's not for when you're sick. It just makes you tired."
ZzzQuil?
ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil. Are they still selling that ZzzQuil?
They are, but they're not pushing it as hard anymore.
Yeah.
I would imagine
They found
that,
their niche market.
Yeah.
Your Motrins, your NyQuil PM, your Motrin PM, all these PM things would probably be wreaking a little bit of havoc
They're
on
not.
your liver.
They're
right?
not. Well, I'm sure they are, but they're not that great to go to bed. And this is. I was crestfallen when
Love it when he uses that word.
I do too.
when my sister-in-law looked at the Motrin PM because I bought it down in California, right?
Right? Is she a doctor?
She's a doctor as well. She said, "Let me see
Which
this.
are the 2 pills that are left in
Yeah.
the bottle?
How many?
One rattling
She
in
goes-
the bottom.
I wonder how much Benadryl is in this Motrin PM." And she picked it up, saw the actual bottle, and she said, "Oh, it's just a half a Benadryl in each one of these pills." And I said, "That's all they're putting in this medicine.
Oh,
they're
you
not
need
putting.
to take a full Benadryl.
They're not putting magic potion in here that's going to make
So
you go
it's
to
not
bed."
that, and that's the Conjuring where they
Yes!
don't they give it a fancy marketing name,
Right.
And then they just put the same old crap in it,
I've
right?
been being duped all these years, and you pay
Yeah,
so much
you're a
more
rube.
for the PM.
Get
What's
yourself
the-
some
is it-
generic Benadryl and take it with a beer.
Is
And
it
good night,
Anacin
nurse.
migraine? Is it Anacin migraine that is exactly as the regular Anacin? Is that
No,
what
I think
it is?
Anacin migraine has extra caffeine. So
Does it have extra caffeine?
So what you do is you take it with a cup of coffee, and then
Right.
you've got it. But Anacin also has caffeine. But the Anacin migraine and Excedrin migraine also. It's all about
Excedrin
caffeine.
migraine. I thought the Excedrin migraine was almost exactly the same as like an
We
Excedrin
look
Plus or something.
But
Yep.
but that's no thing that you didn't know 20 years ago. Because how did you used to fight migraines with Diet Coke?
Oh, absolutely. I would take a Diet Coke and an aspirin or a Tylenol, and that's exactly
it.
what I would do.
And what is
we,
Excedrin but aspirin, Tylenol, and caffeine?
It's
And it's always a
Conjuring.
special day when I'm looking down on the monitor here and seeing the wonderful shining dome of Rofo, who is here. And Rofo, surprised you made it in this week with the Ashley Madison scandal and all that. I'm stunned at that. I truly am. But I'm very, very glad you are here.
Well,
and,
we checked all people in the government, the military, and MikeO'MaraShow.com email addresses.
There's 65 milligrams of caffeine in Excedrin migraine. That's the active ingredient.
Look at that.
there you go.
So it is the caffeine.
It's Conjuring.
It
It's
is,
all it is. And when she told me that, I said, "I guess I got to take 3. I take
Well,
3 pills
you know,
because it's really not
3
what I
pills
thought
is
it
such
was."
a hassle.
It's a big hassle, and it just waking up at 4:30 in the morning when you can't get back to sleep is about the worst thing in the world because you got an hour. For me, I've got an hour and a half. I've got 1.5 hours, and if I can't get back to sleep after I go pee-pee town and I come back to bed,
Pee-pee-town.
it's a
Never
pee-pee
been
town.
there.
Is that
man.
code?
Well, you'll experience this, Pony, I'm sure, and all you younger men will. That in the middle of the night, Rob, you're already experiencing.
Oh
right?
my God! It's like, do you remember how the showers were at the Park Central Hotel?
Wait.
Low pressure, low pressure.
All right, start the damn show. Thank you.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
People are really into fonts. I've noticed this. By the way, this is one of the best jokes that I know. Comic Sans and Helvetica walk into a bar. And ask the bartender for a drink. And the bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve your type here." That kills at a font convention, guys. The font you choose sends a message about who you are as a person. There's a long list of fonts. We pick one. That reflects our personality. We're sending an unspoken message. So, for example, if you choose Carrier New, it means you're organized and structured, and like to pretend you're still using a typewriter. If you choose Comic Sans, it means you think you're funny. And if you choose Times New Roman, it means you're lazy, apathetic, and unimaginative, and you always use the default. If you choose Arial, it means you like The Little Mermaid. If you choose Old English, it means you enjoy malt liquor. Didn't know this. Did you know this? And if you like wingdings, it means you're a nerd and you have no life.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his office chair, here's Mike.
All right, here's my Josh Duggar story right here. What is that font? Can you identify that font?
That looks like Arial to me.
That's Arial?
Helvetica.
I bet it's Helvetica.
You think
I
it
I
is?
used
Yeah.
Helvetica.
I'm a font guy.
He didn't have this in his comedy speech there.
No.
so,
Well,
his comedy speech.
Mike, do you love going to a club that has a brick background and listening to the men do their comedy speeches?
Comedy speeches. We are coming to you live from the Cappy Pfeiffer studio in the heart of our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. Whoa, on the air and online worldwide. The Mike O'Mara Show is a daily radio show and podcast with the greatest listeners on the planet because they get it. And if you're here, you do too. Sleep Number. I've been telling you for such a long time, and I want to tell you some more because I love it. Simply the finest product that I have ever put into my home. Maybe you have considered a Sleep Number bed, but thought that you couldn't afford one. But can you really afford another restless night's sleep? Here's some great news. There has never been a better time to come to a Sleep Number store because all the beds are on sale during their biggest sale of the year. This is a time we want our listeners to pay attention because this is your great opportunity to get a Sleep Number bed and get one that's affordable for you. My Sleep Number bed lets me choose the comfort and support that's exactly right for me. Last night, my Sleep Number setting was I think I got up for a second to a 90 because had a little back issue with the kids yesterday, and Carla's was her regular, a 65. It adjusts on both sides, so it's a perfect bed for couples. I sleep great, and I can prove it because all Sleep Number beds are available with optional Sleep IQ technology. Last night, my Sleep IQ score, I won't talk about it. With Sleep IQ technology, I know what to adjust to get my best possible sleep because it tells me, and I joke about that because usually I'm a 93 to a 94 every single night with my Sleep IQ
in any
score.
school system, Mike. You're sleeping great.
You'll only find Sleep Number at a Sleep Number store, and the Sleep Number beds are fantastic. Right now, during their biggest sale of the year, all beds are on sale. You can save 50% on the Labor Day limited edition bed. No better sleep. Find your Sleep Number setting today at any one of the 475 Sleep Number stores nationwide. You can find one near you by calling 800-511-0061, and don't forget to lay a finger aside of your nose. You've used that one before.
Have I?
You've used that one
Well,
before. Are you recycling your shtick?
No,
Are you
no.
doing that?
This is important because they really need to be noticed during the biggest sale of the year. So that is a very important gesture.
Biggest
Please,
sale of the year.
like so many of you have done, please tell them that Mike O'Mara sent you. We would really, really appreciate that. So, I was showing you my font with the Duggar boy. That boy's having a tough time. They probably have not finished combing through the celebrities on Ashley Madison with this big hack where they released all the names of these guys that use the cheating website here.
You didn't see a Santana on there, did you?
Did not see a Santana
why would you
on there.
use your DJ name?
Well, because it's not my real name. Oh, I didn't use it though.
Okay.
I don't know
I've
what
gotten
we're talking
spam.
about.
I've gotten
I blacked
spam
out.
from them. Have you got any of you guys ever get spam
I've
from
never
them?
gotten spam from them.
No, I
Mike.
never.
I've gotten spam from them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you sign up, Rofo?
What? No, I've signed up for other sites, and I guess it just kind of put you on a list, and you get the messages from everybody.
What other sites did you sign up for?
I'm on. I've dabbled in some OkCupid, some Plenty of Fish, Adult Friend Finder, Flang, all these. different
Wow.
Did you say there was a website?
Adult Friend Finder is the gutter. What are you doing on there?
But
I was
did
18,
you,
I didn't know any better.
Oscar, you have like all those great filters, but with your porn surfing, I'm surprised you don't get it. That's where I think I got mine
I got a
from.
call. Well, look, I do my fair share of adult sites.
Right.
But Adult Friend Finder is the only one that has ever spam me or come up. Ashley Madison is something that I never get. Maybe it's also a demographic deal. They know you've been married 3 times. The internet knows everything.
Well, how would they know that? I base it on the fact that I've been.
well, there's a
that's
lot
scary
of
when they think of that.
a lot of internet threads about you by your ex-wives.
Let me ask you this: when you saw the Duggar name pop up, because I saw the same story you did,
Right.
when you saw it pop up, were you shocked?
No, not at all.
No,
actually.
right?
Because I mean, this is you think that this is a guy that's already been exposed as a creep, and so the fact that he would be doing something that he would be creeping is not a surprise. Josh Duggars, who we're talking about, he's the family values crusader.
Yes.
That's what makes this look. Even if somebody, for example, if you see Charlie Sheen show up on the list of nobody's going to even blink.
No.
But when you come out as a family values crusader. you get yourself into trouble. It's Josh Duggar. According to Gawker.com, Josh had 2 Ashley Madison accounts from February of 2013 until May of this year. When did he get? When did he get busted
He got busted
out?
around May. I'm sure he
Right
shut
around
everything
May.
down. Yeah.
So that's when he shut it down. So he was still doing
shut
that.
down my Ashley Madison
What
account.
happened is Mike, his mom came to him and said, "Now would be a really good time to not do anything like that anymore."
time. Josh, I know you're on that computer all the time, praise the Lord, and I really wish you would just do that. Thank you very much. Yes, okay, thank you very much. Okay, I have to go to a James Gilmore rally.
Anyway,
He's got
so,
a great computer. He's running the Jesus Christ 10.0. It's really a fine computer.
So 2013 till May of this year, he spent close to $1,000 on Ashley Madison. And how do you spend that? I mean, do you pay every time they get you some squeeze to have an affair with?
Every message you get tokens.
Whoa, now let's really hold on a second. Let's talk to the man who really knows. Let's talk to the man who really. Mr. Rofo, you seem to be enlightened on this website. What do you mean tokens?
Okay, so basically you buy so many tokens. Like if you're going to a Chuck E. Cheese, you buy the tokens you can play the games with.
Yeah, I just give you a little background music.
Thank you. If you buy like 20 tokens, it costs a token to message a girl.
It costs a token to send a message to a potential squeeze.
Yeah, and I think the idea behind that is it keeps you from spamming a bunch of messages out, so it makes each message count.
No,
so
really,
you get less spam.
That's Mike. It's an old amusement park trick. It's the token or ticket trick. You have to buy tokens to spend them. That way they have your money whether or not you use it. This is why when you go to an amusement park, you have to pay with tickets because you can't get a refund on tickets. Once you spend $20 on tickets, they've got your money.
They've got your money.
It's not like
so
charging
you mean like
$1
when you
a
go to
ride.
the Carnival ticket booth to buy like 40 different tickets to ride the ride?
Exactly. Or you go to a charity event and you buy a $5 ticket for a drink. You may or may not use it, but they've got your money.
Okay, so you buy these tokens so if you're planning on sending out 4 messages,
how many do you send out, Rob?
I know it's a little rich for my blood. That's why I stick to
how much?
the
How much
scum
is
sites.
how much per token? How much to send a message?
I don't know. I can look it up.
Yeah, you should
okay.
look. Why don't you start an account?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'll tell you another thing.
You know what? I bet they're not getting a lot of action lately. It might be a good time to start an Ashley Madison
Rofo,
account.
the odds on your favor. The real deviants are still on there.
They are.
Well, the nice thing about this website, Gawker.com, they did some research.
Sure.
I love it when I get material that says, be careful. According to his data, Josh Duggar was in the market for conventional sex. Yeah.
Wow, that's sexy. Not
But
at
here
all.
we go. Experimenting with sex toys.
On him?
Giving and receiving word of mouth. Okay.
Yeah,
That's all I
sure,
need to
sure.
say.
WordPress.
And here's another one. Bubble bath for 2.
Oh my God! Remember when we got the menu from the Bunny Ranch, and there was the guy, one of our listeners sent it to us. That reads like a menu at the Bunny Ranch. Bubble bath for 2.
I don't want to appear like I am a prude because I don't believe I am. But can you imagine anything more vile than going to the Bunny Ranch with supreme respect to Mr. Hoff, who's been on this show?
A great
I don't have
man.
to give him a supreme respect.
Yeah, what are you doing?
But can you imagine? I can't seriously. I wouldn't get into a hot tub at the Ritz-Carlton, much less crawl into that petri dish of a hot tub that is at the Bunny Ranch.
Can you imagine the water that remains in the pipes? Of the recirculation pipes for a hot tub.
You're going to make me so nauseous.
I wonder, Mike, I was
this.
actually, while we're on the topic, if any of our other interns perhaps were on Ashley Madison.
I'm thinking full bush.
Also,
there is Mac.
Mike, I thought it was interesting that 15,000 of these accounts either had a .gov or .military, .mil address.
Oh, see, that's a little more research than I got.
And
This is great.
Since the data drop was so messy, the fact that Gawker found Duggar was pretty impressive because when you look at the data, it really is. It's like you're hunting for words, right?
And it's in the dark internet.
The dark internet, Mike.
What is the dark internet?
It's the internet
That
you
the
don't want to be
same-
a part of.
What,
it's the 4chans of the world.
Yeah, forget it, Mike. It's China.
Has anybody ever gone to this supposed
Pony
dark,
probably of all
Well,
of
I
us.
mean, that's kind
Tony,
of
have you gone to the dark internet?
That's where all the hentai is.
Well, that's kind of the world of computer security. It's basically all the stuff that's not indexed by Google and Yahoo, and you can't search it directly. So you just kind of have to
Bitcoin
know by
is
word of
real
mouth.
big there.
Mm-hmm.
Real
You
big.
know, you're a creep, Pony.
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
You really, really are. You are a creep boy.
Do you have any tokens for the dark internet?
Oh, plenty, Rob.
Pocket full.
Mike, but
So let me tell you, before we
Yes.
continue, let me tell you what old Josh was looking for.
Please.
Okay.
Josh was looking for in a woman. He wanted a woman. That seems relatively normal here. Stylish, classy, muscular, fit body. Petite. Petite.
Oh.
You ought to use your other drop that you've been using a lot lately. Muscular and a fit body.
Hold on, the other page.
Okay, thank you very much. Petite,
Yes.
creative, and adventurous, disease-free,
Oh, wait a second.
high sex drive. Oh, this guy's such a slime ball. And natural breasts.
Well, you need to have
Because-
high sex drive and natural breasts if you want to pop out 40 children and feed them.
That is so nasty. That is well. That's Josh. I would look. Do you think any of this involves the repression and keeping? Look, we used to talk about the kids that would be freshmen in college,
Yes.
and if you in your high school career were given some freedoms and you were allowed to kind of
Take a
be
liberty.
a high school
Yeah.
kid and do the stupid things we all do in high school, you probably wouldn't completely melt down when you got to college. You're about college kids all the time. You know, they take them to hospitals with alcohol
they
poisoning and
spin
all
out,
that.
yeah.
And a lot of these kids, I think, they're so restricted in their lives, and it seems to me that old Josh Family Values Duggar, you know, you see this all the time. These guys that are crusaders for one side, and they have this horrible dark streak, and because I think that they have to go so deep underground with this stuff.
Is he?
You know?
Does it say if he's the oldest or where he fits in the herd?
Well, didn't he molest two of his sisters or something like that?
Yeah,
he
when he was,
molested 5 girls several years ago, 4 of whom were his own sisters. So this is the first guy. Oscar, do you think we're going to find more on this?
I think we're
Do you
going to
they're
find
gonna
more
be out there?
because, as I was saying earlier, it was such a disorganized data drop that once someone actually organizes it and makes it searchable for the layman,
Yeah.
people are going to start looking up their coworkers.
What you're going to
their
need to
friends.
do is you'll need to go to the data drop and I guess right click and say list by order of being famous. And
Well,
then you'll
not
be able
even
to-
just that. I'm talking about family members.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about people that right now you really can't search it, right? But if
Right.
they put it into an Excel file and you can search on Excel like anyone else can at home, eventually people like in your community you'll be able to find them.
Right.
Now, that being said, if you have an Ashley Madison account, that doesn't mean you necessarily cheated on your wife. It means you were thinking about it,
Right.
you want to see what was out there, or cheated on your husband. But it's certainly not something that you want come to light.
No.
Now, have you done some more research there, Rofo? Do we know what the costs are? Because I'm just kind of curious. $1,000 since 2013. That would seem to me. I mean, if you're on a Match.com or an eHarmony or something like that, do you spend that kind of money on a dating site? Because I don't know how
Wasn't
it
Match
works.
like $30 a month? or
Yeah, but
something like
again, it
that?
was a
Yeah.
subscription model with
Yeah.
this token. I haven't found an actual cost, but apparently it's 5 credits per message. So I'm looking at what a credit actually
Also,
costs now.
Mike, it's important to note that you do have an out. One of the articles I did read, if you didn't have a premium account, somebody could have just used your email. So you can always use that excuse because when you have
Thanks,
a
Oscar. I appreciate that.
What-
when I'm lying to my wife about it,
when
I'll
you
use
have a
that.
free account, you don't they don't verify your identity. But when you have a premium account, they verify your identity with a credit card that needs to match the name of the person signing up.
So that's the reason Josh Duggar,
he
got busted
threw-
out here because
threw
he
his
spent all
Amex
that
down.
money.
Oh yeah, he loves
Okay, so
spending.
I'm seeing 100 tokens for $49.
So okay, so
man.
think so think about 1,000. $1,000. This guy was trolling quite a bit on a regular basis.
wow.
Yeah. He was spending tokens just like Rofo's buying Red Bull. I mean, it was incredible. I didn't know anybody bought Red Bull anymore, Rofo. I
Well,
didn't
everybody
realize
stole
people-
it. Why would they not buy it?
I just don't understand. I thought that there were other energy drinks that people had
I see
moved to.
Monsters a lot.
Red Bull's still
a
the
lot of
number
Red
one.
Bull's still probably
Yeah.
number one.
Yeah.
Number one
Dude,
go-to.
let me ask you this, Rofo, because I've been getting out of the bar game for so long.
Okay.
Do the kids still like to put the Red Bull and vodka together? They still like to throw that
Absolutely.
together?
In fact, there's a new bomber out there called the Cherry Bomb, and it's a cherry vodka mixed with Red Bull, and it is quite delightful.
Wow.
Yes.
Does it come with resuscitation paddles?
I know, but it comes with the deal where you leave your credit card at the bar.
Yeah. You know, what? I remember that was just the rage when I owned my joint, and I remember the smell of the Red Bull, and the smell of the Red Bull would and everybody would always say to me, how come you're not doing this? Oh, it's quite simple. I'm a man in my 40s, and I think that my heart will explode if I mainline vodka, something that's going to be loaded. Speaking of caffeine, how much caffeine is it in that one can of Red Bull that you have right now?
And you have two. It should be said.
Sugar-free.
Yeah, sugar-free.
Sugar-free Red Bull. Way to go.
Looking out for myself. Oh, it's,
You health nut. You crazy health nut. You.
114 milligrams per can, and I'm going to down these 2 cans before the end of the show here, so 228 milligrams.
So that's like taking 4 Excedrin.
Really? What would that be compared to a regular cup of coffee?
A coffee is like 50, isn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like 2.5 cups of coffee.
Yeah.
Double. Not so.
You know what's
I
cool?
don't know if your heart can take it. But,
Oh, it can take it.
I don't know if my heart can take it. How many tokens did they cost?
One time in college, I twisted my ankle and I was on muscle relaxer, so I wasn't able to drink that weekend. So I got a 12-pack of Red Bull and drank them all in one night.
Really?
Yeah.
How did that make you feel?
It's what I would guess Coke is like and it was for like 20 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Just totally
Don't
like
you feel we're gonna
chatty?
We're gonna find Mike his body in the studio one day,
Yep.
surrounded in cans of sugar-free
It's going to be
Red
me
Bull.
who finds him, too.
Yeah.
But you know what? When we,
So awkward.
And the weird thing is, after the analysis, they'll say, "Why is that that DNA is from Gary Stein?"
you know what? The one thing I was going to say about Rofo, there's one word I would not use to describe Rofo, and that's jittery. I wouldn't use jittery. Right?
Yeah, it's true.
Drinks this crap. This guy doesn't have a jittery bone in his body. No. He just sits there. He's like he's like the Emperor Ming.
Well, he's got his new DJ name, Johnny Doorstop.
Johnny Doorstop. There's Rofo. Rofo will handle it. No problem at all. He pouts, but he didn't get jittery.
He does pout. Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break. Come back with more fun and more thrills. I want to hear about Oscar's haircut when we come back on the Mike O'Mara Show.
This week on the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show.
I went to college in 1989, and I went to orientation with my father.
I went to college in 1889.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
When we were seated at the orientation and the dean came out and he said, "We here at VCU will not teach you the answers, but we will teach you how to find the answers." And my father leaned over to me in the auditorium and said, "Then why the f*** are you going here?"
The Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Because 5 hours a week just ain't enough. Always available at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Boom.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. It is now available, everybody. It's Open Mike, the audio book, and you are going to love it. Listen to the story of the Mike O'Mara Show as read by the authors. It's Mike, Rob, and Oscar in their own words, the entire book, and then some. Hear the whole story, the inside scoop, told by the people who live it.
Oh, yeah, and Oscar had a cat for a while.
I had a cat for 9 days, and I sent him to a farm. I knew if I didn't do it sooner than later, it would become a big problem. I love animals, but not as much as I love my new condo. The last time I saw her, she was a roly-poly on the farm, living the fat cat lifestyle. Footnote. Remember, the main reason I got rid of that cat is because she watched me in the shower. All 9 days. Pervert. True story.
It is a true story.
Okay, when I hear those clips, I proofed my part of the audiobook. I have not heard the Oscar reading. That is one of the joys of the audiobook.
It is.
That is what I like to hear.
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole style of Oscar
And also,
Santana.
remember, the original plan was for us to read the book together, and Oscar wouldn't do it.
Oh, I wouldn't
I know.
do it.
So-
Fantastic.
Well, I want to make sure I put my best effort out there, and that means when Rob is editing me together.
That's right, and
Wonderful.
it sounds fantastic.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
$6.99. It is now available. Download it instantly on iTunes or at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Open Mike, the audiobook. You're going to love what you hear. It's a brand new TMOS experience. Unlike anything we've ever done, they have archival audio,
Love that.
impressions, genuine voices, genuine stories, genuine laughter. Thank you. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. So, big news in the studio today when Oscar Santana actually went to a barbershop that was owned by Cedric the Entertainer. Very, very excited.
Well, Mike, if you remember, I used to go to a place called Roosters down the street, a high-end barbershop, right?
Yes.
How much would you pay for a haircut at Roosters?
I would get. This. I mean, I can talk about this now, but I would go and I would pay full price. I think a haircut there was like $45.
Sure.
And then if you got a full shave and trim for
Full
your
body
beard. Maybe it was $30. It was expensive, right?
How much for the Brazilian?
So I'd gone there.
How much for the Bolivian?
I had gone there enough that the guys, they would give me like a great discount. Like I would go every week, right? So they would give me, I guess, the hookup. So I was like, this is fine. This is awesome. I never asked for it. I'll take it.
You're a regular customer. You get the volume discount. That's
Volume
perfectly
discount,
legit.
yes.
Absolutely.
So I would say, $45 for the beard and the actual haircut.
So
no,
have
no
you
big
ever
deal.
trimmed your own beard?
I did that once. It didn't work out that well. That's when I had to shave it
You mean
off.
you don't go in? I trim my beard probably 3-4 times a week. So you've never gone in and on a regular basis trimmed your own beard? You always get somebody
I let the
to do it for
professionals
you?
take care of it. I don't have the hand-eye coordination for that. I've learned the hard
Well,
way.
you're going to lose your vision. I mean, you just trim it. It's not.
Well, I mean, look at your appearance and look at my appearance.
Right.
So I take a little more pride in my appearance.
All right, but let's focus on our beards.
I think facial hair's lower down the
Rob, you
priority
know,
scale.
sometimes you are sitting there. You're like a guy standing at home plate, and as soon as the guy's going to throw the 90-mile-an-hour fastball, you just stand on the plate and face the pitcher.
But what I'm saying is, I could go and put on a really tiny shirt, but then they all look tiny on me. But at least the beard, I mean, my facial hair is pretty well kept, and yours,
Yes.
I'm shocked that you don't do it yourself.
I can't. I've tried. I just don't. Again, it's a different approach.
I will give Rob some credit here that his facial hair over the years, he has had probably more configurations of facial hair than anyone I have ever worked with. He has had the Fu Manchu. He has had the giant lamb chop sideburns.
Yeah.
You know who else has
He's
had
had the
all
grizzly. You've had the grizzly at one point, didn't you? Have the grizzly
do you
Adams?
remember? Well,
at one
the
point?
thing is because of my heritage, I can grow a beard in about 80 minutes. So, like when we did playoff beards for the Caps once.
Yeah, Rob came in like, the sales guy says, we want you to do playoff beards for the Caps. I'm like, okay, how long does it last? Well, the whole playoff season, a couple of months for the playoffs. And Rob's was done 48 hours later.
Yeah, 6 days. 6 days into the promotion, I'm walking down the street. People are handing me money, saying, "How long since you've had a hot meal?"
So tell us about your new experience.
I came back from Los Angeles. I rolled in for a haircut and beard because my sister tried to convince me to go to a place called The Shave in Beverly Hills, and I said, "Wait, that
Great
sounds
magazine.
like super expensive." And I went online.
Sounds like Rob ought to play that audio clip again.
I went online. I went online and I said, I don't know how much it costs because they're not giving you the prices right away.
Bad idea.
But I called and it was over $100 just for a shave.
See, that's Beverly Hills.
Just for a
That's
shave.
But
that's
Mike,
their
you're
reality.
also you used to be a proponent of going out of town and getting a haircut.
I was
That's
also a
something you love
proponent
to do.
I was also a proponent of going and getting the the high end haircut,
Right.
and then I discovered my lovely lady Judy, who lived in Manassas. And Judy was Judy's still a pal. I go back to Manassas. I still stop in and see Judy.
Her
almost
name is
every time
Judy,
I go
like
there.
my name is Judy.
Hey, come on now.
Well, and
Come on,
also,
you're in hot water after yesterday's bonus show.
Oh, I'm
anyway.
sure it's fine.
Rob, Rob, $5.99 haircut, right?
Well,
You used to go-
actually now I don't go to $5.99 haircut anymore because I'm not going into Manassas anymore.
Okay.
I'm up to I think a $10 haircut.
10 spot.
I go see Mary. Her name is not Mary either.
Can I just interrupt
Yes.
1 second here before,
Sure.
and I'm going to let you finish because this is interesting to me. I want to tell you, the last haircut I got was in Bangor, Maine.
Yes.
And this is just a piece of advice to everybody. When you go to get a haircut and the lady cutting your hair says that her main hobby is roller derby, get out of the room, run for your life, get out of the chair, okay? If you look, you probably can't see it here. Yeah, you can. Look at that quality craftsmanship right up here.
Many of those
Seriously,
hairs are the same length now, Mike.
Seriously, it looked like my hair was done with a rototiller. It's ridiculous.
A Floby.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Oscar. I'm sorry.
So I roll into the parking lot of Roosters, which is right down the street here, right?
Right.
Next to the Social Safeway. And it's closed. They closed up shop while I was out of town.
That's got to be a traumatic experience. You've got your regular joint that you've been going to every week.
But
And when Oscar leaves, there's that $130 payment, and it ain't there,
As-
and
It's
not there.
Filch, baby.
Yeah, they
as-
closed because you went to California.
as
Exactly.
empty as it was when I was in there, I figured, it's about time. But how am I going to find the guy who cut my hair, right? How am I going to find my barber?
Right. Do you remember his name?
I remembered he mentioned that he worked at another barbershop on his off days.
Okay.
And it was in a different part of town.
Up the street a bit.
I remember hearing Southeast and something near 14th, and then I just couldn't figure it out. So.
Sorry, I don't know what happened.
So I went on Google because he gave me a landmark when he would talk about it.
Right.
He gave me a landmark how close he was to a certain place. I went on Google and I found 3 barbershops near that certain landmark.
Okay.
I called all 3 and I asked for my barber. Right.
What's his first name?
The first place I called was Muhammad's Barbershop. So I called and I said, "Hi."
And you know who answered was Muhammad Ali.
You come in and get your hair done with decon roast beef. It'd be the best haircut you ever got in your life right now. All right.
I said, and I'll give my barber a shout out. I said, "Hi, is there a barber named Rocky that works there, right?"
Rocky.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's like, and he had a Middle Eastern accent.
No.
He said, "There's only one barber here, and his name is Mohammed." I said, "Sir, I'm just looking for Rocky." Wrong barbershop.
Not getting hassled. Not getting hustled.
Oscar's barber. Oscar Santana.
I called 2 other barbers. I finally.
So I got to go with the. Hold on, Oscar. That's right. Time to get your haircut. Here comes Oscar Santana. He's going to walk in there. Got to play the hook, ladies and gentlemen. Are you happy with the haircut? Oscar Santana. Okay, he doesn't know the show. That's why he's stepping all over it.
He's
All right,
gonna
go ahead.
Google.
All right, go
So
ahead.
I finally find Rocky, and he gets on the phone, and he says, Rocky offered to come to me and have my haircut in the office, right? He goes, "I can come to your home, I'll come to the office, no big deal." I said, "No, Rocky, I've got a window of time this evening. This is yesterday." I said, "Let's just get over with. Where are you at?" I said, "Text me the address." Text me the address. I jump in my car.
Did he correct you and say, "Where are you"?
That's right.
No.
He said,
Oh, I'm
"I'm
sorry.
at this location, and please don't end a sentence with a preposition."
So he texts me the address. I jump in my car, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm really driving into a different part of D.C. here. This is interesting. There must be something wrong with my ways."
This must be a shortcut.
And I double checked. I said, "Oh, that's a different part of town. All right, I gotta go now. I'm already committed. I'm in the car."
Sure.
So I finally find the establishment. They had a nice parking spot right in front of the barber shop. I said, "Okay, this is awesome." As soon as I got out, I knew my first sign of trouble was that a gentleman in a white Camry with the Ethiopian flag on the back of the windshield almost killed me because apparently stop signs don't matter in that part of town.
Right.
And
Maybe you took his parking spot.
I look around, and as soon as I walk in, Rocky says, "Oh, I forgot to tell you, we only take cash." And I said, "I got cash on me, Rocky. I figured something was up."
Hey, good thing to yell in that neighborhood.
Yeah, really.
You just stand in the street and say, "Hey, I got cash.
Who wants some?
I have cash in the sore foot, so I don't run very fast."
So I had realized I'd walked into what was a Hollywood replica, but in real life, in D.C., of the barbershop in Coming to America.
Oh, my God.
And I said,
Oh, my
"This
God.
is awesome." Because, 1, this is a great experience to talk about on the show, right?
Right.
2, I knew I was going to get a legitimate haircut because Rocky was there and he'd cut my hair in the past. And 3,
Hey, Rob,
Yes.
let me do it this time, okay? I mean, if we're both fucking doing it, it's not going to work real well. Okay.
I had realized that, this is only great things could happen, and if I'm going to get mugged, at least Rocky will take care of me.
Sure.
So Rocky's the type of guy.
How old is Rocky, just out of
He's
curiosity?
probably in his 60s. But he's the type.
Had you envisioned a younger guy?
No, I actually thought maybe it was a guy in his 40s. I actually thought it would be son of a. He's been a barber for a long time.
Yeah,
That's
and
what I thought.
also believe that Rocky may be the type of guy, and look, this is all alleged, that if something happened, he would probably have a sidearm on him somewhere, right?
Right.
So I'd say, okay, this man's going to make sure his client gets in and gets out.
Right.
It's going to be all right. So while I am there, what you think a barbershop in a different part of town from a different culture is, it is.
Wow.
Politics were talked about. Jared from Subway and what they would do to him were talked about.
Okay, you've said that the geographic layout is like that of Coming to America.
It is.
How many people were there? How many barbers were there? How many
People just come in and hang out.
Yeah, hang out at the
And
barbershop.
talk about life.
Yeah.
So it was a phenomenal experience.
Oh,
right?
it's great. Now, next time I drive there, I'll take my chick's car because the Mercedes does not belong in that neighborhood. But I'll say a nice 2000 Avalon, probably more less conspicuous.
Sure,
right?
understood.
But he spent an hour and a half cutting my hair and really shaping up my beard.
Yes.
When I left, I said, I think Rocky gave me a black man's haircut. because
did you bring the DAT recorder with you? Did you get the clip of the barber shop? I think you did. Hold on.
Kevin, what that boy name? I done told you 4 times. That's Ricky. Ricky! What the hell you think you doing over there? Hey, look, I'm just trying to get him clean like them Gillette commercials. That's the problem with y'all today. Y'all don't know nothing. Sit up there, just watch too much TV and listen to that Jigger Ray and all them folk up in there, hibbity hobbity and all.
There you go. Okay,
I'm so glad he brought the recorder. It's nice.
But it was so. And while I'm there in the chair, right?
Right.
I would say at least 4 people just stopped by just to shoot the S.
Mm-hmm.
And they talked about the deli that was opening up around the corner and how they skimped on the lunch meat and how they really want if they really want to do it right, they put more meat on their sandwiches, right? So I was like, yes, this is great. They talked about the hardware store up the street and how much they charge for their equipment compared to the big box stores and what they need to do right.
Right.
So they're in everybody's business.
So what they're doing is they're offering solutions to everything.
The Ethiopian restaurant up the street, that the guys that work at the Ethiopian restaurant park on the sidewalk and not actually on the street. And that when the DC cops see that, they don't care because they're getting free meals inside the Ethiopian restaurant. And this is all legend. And when I'm sitting there, I'm like, they know everybody's business. And during that time, and this is why I love this wonderful city of Washington, D.C.
A melting pot, Oscar.
Yes. A lady from the city walks in. White lady.
Yes.
She walks in, she says, guys, I want to remind you that like the town hall meeting, whatever's happening this Saturday night at the community center down the street, the city's giving away another $50,000 in grants for local businesses. You have to be established. She gives all the details, right?
Right.
Oh, really? That's to get a little help up there.
Yeah, just for this corridor, right? As soon as the door shuts, God bless them. $50,000, and then they're like, we should start a business and just split the money.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you give your haircut?
I'll give it a 10.
A 10.
Well,
can't wait to hear more stories. Get them on the show. We'll take a break. When we come back, more fun and more thrills. You are listening to the Mike O'Mara Show.
Woke up on the right side of the bed. What's up with this Prince song inside my
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Hey, everybody, buying and selling a house, probably the biggest decision that you will make in your lifetime. You need to do it with the best realtor. That is why you need HomeLight. We've been telling you about HomeLight. It is the best new way to find your perfect real estate agent. Their technology analyzes home sales data and client reviews. They find the best agent for you based on actual past performance, which is probably the best way to analyze a realtor anyway. Whether buying or selling, you need HomeLight. They were founded by the smart guys at Stanford and backed by Google. HomeLight agents are all top 5% producers, and they are proven to sell faster and for up to a 9% higher selling price. They're experts in marketing and prepping your home for sale. Plus, they are very honest, very professional, and reliable. HomeLight has already helped thousands of folks in D.C. and all over the USA buy and sell their homes. Best of all, HomeLight is absolutely free for our listeners, and for a limited time, you get a $200 gift card when you buy or sell with a HomeLight agent. Visit HomeLight.com today. That's HomeLight.com. Click the microphone in the right-hand corner and enter the promo code TMOS to contact your perfect agent through the HomeLight website, or you can call them 844-321-AGENT and tell them that Mike sent you. That's HomeLight.com, the best way to find a real estate agent, ladies and gentlemen. I am here to tell you that last night was one of the most successful social evenings in the history of the O'Maras in Maine. I am. The whole family
You
came
mean
over
in this incarnation of the O'Maras in
Yes.
Maine, or overall?
The family on my back deck, people that I haven't socialized with for long periods of time, and everybody having a great time, and the kids doing that. The one piece of knowledge that came out of this, and this might enlighten others in our listening audience like it enlightened me, is I always wondered when you see certain Adam Sandler movies,
right?
And you see, for example, a Kevin James movie called Paul Blart Mall Cop 2.
Yeah.
You would say, what in the name of God is going on? How can this guy continue?
Right.
I like Kevin James. He's a very nice guy. I've had the pleasure of meeting him a couple of times, but these movies, it's the kidlings.
Exactly.
Because my cousin Billy's kids and my cousin Teddy's kids were over here, and they hit the couch and got the old Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 on pay-per-view, and they were amused for the evening. And suddenly, like a bolt of lightning, it hit me. That's what kids dig.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's what they are enjoying.
Watching
That's
movies?
No.
Well, no, I mean this type of movie.
Oh, yeah,
I think
the dumb comedies. Yeah,
the dumb, stupid, the really dumb, stupid comedies. And I think it just reminds me that I have to remember that my demographic is not everybody else's demographic.
So true,
that's
and
why
you know
these
what?
movies are successful.
You are not that far away, Mike, from being dragged to seeing Grown Ups and Grown Ups 2 and all those movies in the theater.
with
Because
little
the kid-
Michael, Grown Ups 10.
He's going to love them. He's going to love them. And there is something magical about Kevin James that kids adore. I don't understand it.
Well, he's the big, fat, goofy guy. I think
Yes,
that's. And
but,
he's,
but
and he's,
kids hate me.
Because you have it. You're imposing. You're a little bit imposing.
Mr. Rob's gonna eat me.
Rob's gonna eat me.
Get in my belly.
Watch out there. So they love that.
Honestly, that was just mean. I am so sorry. I love you, Rob.
That's different than normal.
I've already jumped the shark as far as my kid watching TV. I told you, we're supposed to wait till 3. We completely blew it.
Right.
He's 2 years old. He goes through now, and I say, "You want to watch Thomas?" Thomas is Thomas the Train Engine.
Right.
He says, "Thomas." I said, he goes, "No." I said, "You want to watch Super Y?" "No."
What's Super
You wanna
Y?
Super Y is Super Y. Super Y.
The Y chromosome?
Let me see if I can bring up the theme for you. Super Y is one of the they're all shows on Sprout, and I watch all these shows with my son.
It's a great network.
Now, Rob, you can testify to the fact that during my first go-round, being the absentee dad that I was, probably wasn't in tune with what the kids were watching.
I remember an evening with your daughters, and it wasn't about Sprout and Super Y. We say, "So you want to watch Cops? You want to watch Cops?" You just weren't really in tune with the youngins.
Yeah,
Cops.
exactly. Why?
Super Y. Do you sing it to Michael?
Yeah, well, I don't sing that one to him. I sing other songs.
Which ones do you sing?
What's the plot of Super Y?
Super Y. Now you're getting me confused.
Is it a lot
here.
of like why is the sky blue?
They're
Why
the super.
does Daddy have gray hair?
They're super.
Why is Daddy
readers.
sleeping through the night but getting up at 4:30?
They're super readers. They help kids read.
Okay, that's good.
Well,
There
let me
you
give you a
go.
little Super Y. Here we go. This is what the modern 2-year-old. There's a better clip.
Nice.
And they're all in a library, and the books are floating around, and then they're in their spaceships and their superhero costumes. And they're the kids that, because they're Super Y, they're the readers.
Right.
And they modify stories to help make the story better when the story has a problem. So,
Oh, I see. So,
Choose your own adventure?
yeah, kind of.
Right?
Yeah.
all right, let me give you the
We
other
should
theme.
invent a children's show. Like
A
something,
what show?
A children's show.
Children.
Children.
How about
Children.
rough Tweet and Dave? All right, hold on.
Rough is one name, I'm guessing.
Now, this is the one
Rough.
of all of them. This is the one I despise.
Oh.
Because this has the one thing Barney had, and this one has lots of, and that is the fake kids giggle. Where you get one of the characters that goes, like that. I don't need that. That's, so let me see if I've got this one for you. Hold on just a second. There it is. Yeah, thank you. Okay.
It's British,
That's all
huh?
you get of that.
Rough
it's-
Tweet and Dave actually they're doing mornings on 98 Rock now.
So what does little Michael? What is he into? If he says no to
That's
Super
the
Y
problem.
and-
He goes through. He doesn't want to watch Super Y anymore. Doesn't want to watch Thomas the Train Engine anymore. He doesn't want to watch Super Y anymore. And we're trying to find different stuff for him.
Sesame Street's coming to HBO.
Yeah.
So
Really?
yeah, you can as long as you have
Adult
premium.
Sesame
Well,
Street.
they're going to show a lot more skin.
He
a lot
still
more
likes
felt.
the
a lot more felt.
felt. Let me see the other one here. Hold on.
Strong felt contact.
That's right.
I do dive into the Disney Channel occasionally and watch Jake and the Neverland Pirates.
Oh,
Have you heard of that one?
Not aware of Jake and the Neverland Pirates.
What about
I'm giving all
Disney
the-
Junior? They got all those Mickey Mouse shows on there now.
Still?
Still.
Yeah.
Hold on just a second. Let me
Teen
see.
Nick is good.
Teen Nick.
I knew it.
Yeah, that's all you need to know. That's it. I knew it. They all say that.
You can't get him hooked on a good show like iCarly.
No, because he's 2. He doesn't speak the language. How can he watch iCarly?
Comedy's very broad. I think he'd be okay with it.
Speaking of kids, I tried to do.
How bored was Rob with that little exchange?
Oh, he's
just
like,
there?
"Oh,
I mean,
I've been
yeah,
through
all
it,
right,
yeah.
all right, I'll take a slug of water there. That's fine.
Jabrell's back in town.
I apologize for having a sip of water.
Mike, I tried to do the sneeze for my niece, who I had a similar issue with when I was trying to figure out what she wanted to do, the Donald Duck sneeze, and I couldn't quite do it as well as you do.
Oh, I doubt that very much. I'd love to hear how you did it.
Now, let's hear Mike's first.
Let's. Why don't you do yours first,
Yes,
and then
I
I
think
will
so.
try to do mine. All right.
This is going to be embarrassing.
Yeah.
And then, incidentally, Oscar is referring to the Donald Duck sneeze, which
For
is
kids.
something I've done for kids
love
all
it.
over the world. They that
I
didn't
can't.
sound like.
I got to clear my throat.
Yes.
Sorry, very good.
That's all I got. That's all. And I can make Donald go crazy. I think.
How?
Well, 3,
Can
2,
you
1.
can you make Donald shake the water off his bill?
No, I'm going to let you do it in a second, but let me try.
Which
all
would
right?
you like that? Would you like that one first, or would you like the Donald
let
Duck,
me-
the traditional Donald Duck sneeze?
Let me just try one more time.
All right, here we
All
go.
right, Noelle, since you're the youngest one in the room, darling, would you please go over to Mr. Santana's station, please, and stand next to him? I need to see you in order for this trick to work, okay?
Okay.
So Noelle is making her way over to Oscar Santana as we speak, and if she can hear me through Oscar's headphones, Noelle, what I'm going to need you to do now is I'm going to hand you through the TV monitor. Here is the imaginary pepper.
You have
Will
to
you take,
reach and grab it.
Take the imaginary pepper.
You have to
Okay.
reach and grab it.
Yeah. And then
Is
what?
this on
Did she take the
HBO?
imaginary pepper? All right,
on
now
Showtime.
you throw the imaginary pepper in my face, okay?
In his face or Oscar's?
And in Mike O'Mara's face.
Just
Throw the pepper.
Okay.
Can I just say I have had an easier time with an 8-month-old than I have with this particular.
Well, Mike,
Yeah,
what
you're-
happens?
I
They
can't
say this
hear.
as kids grow up.
You know what she can't hear?
I don't have headphones on.
All right, give her the headphones. We'll start all over again.
As
okay?
kids grow up, Mike,
There you go.
they lose the ability to make believe.
All right, Noelle, you see the imaginary pepper in my
Yep.
hand right here?
Okay, yeah.
All right, I'm going to reach through the monitor and I'm going to hand you the imaginary pepper.
Got it.
All right, now what I want you to do, Noelle, is I want you to shake the imaginary pepper in my face, okay?
Ready?
And here we go.
I'm gonna throw it.
I made myself laugh. That is so unprofessional.
Stop it! Because this is all about professionalism.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Noelle, would you like to see me shake the water off Donald's bill?
I would.
Here we go. Thank you. Thank you. I'm here all week. Thank you very much. You can go back to your workstation now. Oh, and I get a better look at Oscar's haircut.
Yeah, nice.
Oh,
huh?
my God. Wow.
I got the kid in play.
That is serious. Wow. That is like modern cartel right there. That is.
Shannon
boy,
was
you
like,
really.
you got a black man's haircut.
It's
And
high
I
and
said,
tight.
I said, I
Can you-
found Rocky. Yes.
Yeah, high and tight.
Would you be a dear just for a
Hindsight.
second and take the headphones off so we
Absolutely.
can get one quick look at that, please? Oh, my. Oh, wow.
There's a lot of precision there. Let's see the profile of the beard. Wow. That is terrific. Look at that. That is something again.
He was so proud of what he did that he took pictures afterwards.
Really?
Seriously?
It's
How
going-
long were you in the chair?
It's
Just out
an
of
hour and a
curiosity.
half going up right on the wall next to the Dr. Martin Luther King.
You got a picture of you?
Well, it's the type of place where they put pictures up of the haircuts they made.
Mike,
it's
you know-
awesome. I
So you're
love
now
it.
the number 26?
I'll be the number. Can I get the number 26?
Mike, we should send a
That's
picture.
good.
We should send a photo of you over.
Yes, absolutely. Yes,
And
because I know they'd appreciate
The one
it. They really would.
accoutrement they have is they give you the full. They've got the real like Mexican Coke, and Mexican Fanta, Mexican Sprite.
Yeah, real sugar soda.
They give you one when you walk in.
Now that is classy.
Right?
I like that.
They don't
Let
do
me
that anywhere else.
Getting back to the kiddies things,
Yes.
I have to share with you the all-time my favorite and one that he no longer is really all that interested in watching.
Right.
It was so quick. It was a matter of weeks that he watched this show, but this was my all-time favorite right here. This is it.
Oh, is it the car?
Nope. See if you can guess.
Paddington Bear.
Nope.
Oh, Sex in the City.
It does sound.
No.
Clifford the Big Red Dog.
You know, this is not the right one.
My Dog Spot.
That's not. Hold on. I'm gonna.
Robert was into a show called Broom.
Oh.
BRUM, and it was about a small.
Matt Broom.
It's our engineer's Chinese cousin. That's Thomas, right?
Yeah.
Thomas the Train. Right?
Thomas the Train.
Yeah, he's not into him anymore. That's quick. That's
Here we go. Thomas is the cheeky one.
He's the cheeky one.
It's vain but lots of fun. Pulls the mail on time. Thunders down the line. Really knows her stuff. Henry.
Toots and huffs and puffs.
Edward.
Has father issues.
Toby's just square. Toby's the a-hole in the group. Yeah, everybody. And falling fright. Green and brown and blue. They're the really useful crew. Different roles to play. Round Tidmouth sheds and far away. Down the hills and round the bends. Thomas and his friends.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Why
Thank you
are
very
all
much.
those kids shows British though?
Because they're smarter than we are and they make better content.
Well,
that's what it is.
I'm not sure they were so smart when they lost the war.
I'll tell you, they didn't lose the war, Rob. They helped us win the war.
Mike,
Come on now,
Well,
stop
it depends
it.
on which war you're talking about. I'm talking about 1812.
Can I try
that
the
one.
Donald thing again?
Yes.
After seeing you do it,
All right,
can
go
you?
All right, what you do is you take it back here and you do the lead up to the sneeze, which is.
No, I don't want to sneeze. I want the crazy one. The crazy.
Oh, that's where.
one.
Well, you don't have the jowl for it.
Can
so
you
I have
pass
the
me
jowl.
the pepper?
Okay, here you go.
You don't need the pepper to
What?
go crazy.
How does it go?
You're not even getting it right. You don't do that.
Well,
you just,
teach
if you-
me, Sensei.
Okay, I'll throw a bucket of water on your face, and now you have to shake the water off your bill. And you do that by loosening your cheeks, which in my case are much looser than yours anyway.
All right.
Based on my Winston Churchill jowl. And then you do the Donald sound, which is the. And as you were doing the. You shake your head violently back and forth, causing it to appear like you're shaking water off the pony. Okay. Stop looking at me. There, you shake it off the bill.
Okay.
So funny
Hey,
with
you know what? You know, you really should show a little bit of respect. Normally, kids pay top dollar at the camp for all of this.
The impressionist
Yeah,
camp.
it's out in Merriweather
Can you?
Post.
Okay, I got. All right. Throw the bucket of water.
Okay, here's the water. I throw the bucket of water. Now shake the water off
I
your
love
bill.
pantomime on the radio.
That's pretty damn good. I'm
All
gonna
right.
give you a round of applause on that one.
There you go. Nice.
So we know
Fantastic.
that he can do it. Do you suppose Pony could?
I
Pony,
can't do
would
it.
you like to try the Donald Duck sneeze?
I would not.
Come on.
I'll give it a
Come on,
shot.
Be a
Good
sport.
job.
All right.
Oh,
No.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Rofo, can you do the sound? Can you do that sound?
Oh, he's got it. He's got it. He's got it.
Try
After
first of all.
years
Try.
vaping.
Try the sneeze. Try the sneeze. All right, that was horrible.
Sorry, buddy.
He thought that
Now
was
try
great. It was
to
horrible.
We'll call you.
Yeah, so bad.
now try to shake the water off your bill.
Oh, wow. Like,
Noel, would you like to give it a
Seizure.
try? Would you like to give the old college try here?
You do it again so I can hear it again.
Okay, so
Please. I can't do that.
okay, and Rob Spiewak, I've never given you the opportunity
I
because
don't know that
you're
I do Donald Duck. Hold on.
you're so.
oh, wow.
Yeah, I knew he'd do it. I knew he'd be able to do it.
I can't say chew and do it. How do you
I know.
How do you form the word?
You sounded like you're on a voice changer when you did it.
Well, it's like looking ahead 5 years.
I also, to wrap this whole ridiculous segment up, I also do a pretty decent version of Happy Birthday.
You do?
Please.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Rob. Happy birthday to you.
That's something.
Thank you very much. Yes,
And you
sir.
know what's
Hey.
great about that, Mike, is you bring a sexiness to the character.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, that's right.
They
Absolutely.
never had in the cartoons.
Daffy Duck singing.
Woody's all around. All right, we'll take a break. Come back with news you may not need right here on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Joe, we are entering our 5th year of doing the Rob and Joe Show. I think it's time we start to take things a little more seriously.
Yeah, we're smart. I mean, we should be talking about the election, the things that are important to this country.
Yeah, we should use our platform and our humor to shine the light on things that really actually matter. For example, this week we're debating who would you rather have sex with, Miley Cyrus or Kim Kardashian, 3 months pregnant?
3 months pregnant, Kardashian.
4 months.
Still Kardashian.
She just had the baby and she's holding it.
Easily Kardashian.
Yeah, no, duh. What are we?
I love babies.
Yeah, they're the best. Rob and Joe
So
Show. New
sick.
episodes every week.
So
RobandJoeShow.com. Please subscribe on iTunes and check us out on the TMOS app.
Rob and Joe's views are their own and may only occasionally reflect the views of the Mike O'Mara Show. Thank you very much. Welcome back to the show. What if I told you an amazing way to promote your business for under $10? You probably know what I'm going to tell you.
Yes.
I hope you do. Right now at Vistaprint.com, 500 business cards for just $9.99 when you enter promo code TMOS at checkout. That's $9.99 for 500 business cards. The best deal out there. Pick from tons of industry-specific designs. Add your info and you're done. Or you can upload your own artwork or pictures. You can upgrade to their signature stock, add fancy finish, or even raise print. Your card will truly reflect you. We've all made cards at Vistaprint. They always turn out great. It's easy to do, and it's so user-friendly. I hand out my TMOS cards all the time. It's a classy move and a great way to make a lasting impression. We love Vistaprint. We want you to try them. So here's a special offer. Just use the code TMOS at Vistaprint.com and get 500 business cards for $9.99. That's a 50% savings, everybody. And remember, your satisfaction is absolutely guaranteed. If you're not happy, Vistaprint will make it right. Just visit Vistaprint.com and use promo code TMOS to get this offer. Please remember the TMOS. That is very important to our show. Don't wait. Go to Vistaprint.com and order yours today.
News.
Do you remember the Ice Bucket Challenge, boys?
I do. We all did it.
Oh, yeah.
We all did the Ice Bucket Challenge. I think my daughter's got me involved in it. It raised over $100 million. And here's some wonderful news. It looks like that money might have already made a huge impact. Researchers at Johns Hopkins University, just up the road from our D.C. studio, now think they may be on their way to finding a cure for ALS. This is big stuff.
Wow.
In a study published this month, they said they think they figured out how a protein called TDP43 might be responsible for the disease. They were able to do the study because of the Ice Bucket Challenge donations. Now, there is much, much, much more work to be done, but this is a massive development. Usually before they cure these things, they identify the cause and what happens. This is a big breakthrough. There's a lot more to go in the fight, a lot more, but a big development, and they want people to keep donating because they need more funding going forward, but they think this could eventually lead to a treatment, even a cure, and I think that's fantastic.
That is great. This would be a great year for a telethon, so they could really trumpet that. I mean,
Yeah,
that's a huge
How
deal.
about telethons stink, and people donating online is much easier than actually watching.
You're stabbing a little boy in the heart right now.
Beard
you
looks
are
great,
stabbing
Oscar.
a little boy.
Beard looks really
Yeah,
good,
but
especially
your
when it
first
gets
thought
real
is,
thin.
let's go back to a broken model that doesn't exist anymore.
No,
the
that's not
online
my first thought. My first
situation
thought is
clearly
spread
works.
the word. My first
A
thought is spread the
telethon,
word.
nobody
yes.
watches them anymore.
Well, no one with that beard would watch it.
You miss Jerry. Rob, you have to let it go. He's not coming back.
Well, you know what?
He's not coming back.
He's coming back to Virginia in
Well,
October.
And you're bringing your DAT recorder, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Please. Will this be the time you get backstage with Jerry
Working
one-on-one?
Her publicist told me to piss off.
What?
Oh, no. Tell me, Rofo, what happened? What happened?
Well, Rob said, hey, why don't you reach out to him again? So instead of going through
Because you had a relationship with the magician.
Well, with a magician at the magic shop.
That handles some of Jerry's media.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Rick Sapphire with one P.
Rick Sapphire.
With one P.
What's happened to the contact?
I called up. I found the actual real publicist because this guy, I mean, he was a dud. So I called the actual publicist, and before I could even get done, pitching the idea, she said, "Yeah, Jerry doesn't do that. He doesn't do phoners, and really, he doesn't really do anything like that. It would have to be in person, but I haven't heard of your show." So.
Well, wait a minute, but hold on. You're going to the show. You can go
This
backstage.
is why
What's
I'm
going,
speaking to the
Bobsy
people-
Twins?
I'm speaking to the people at the State Theater. So I'm going to try and go through them because that's where he is.
Not the State Theater up
No,
here.
no. The one in
Culpeper.
Culpeper?
The historic State
The
Theater.
people? You mean the guy that sells the popcorn and
That's
drives
him.
his car into the back?
That's him.
The people at the State Theater?
But here we have a chance because they know of the show. So if they go through Jerry's people, so it's circuitous, or I'll just sneak back there. But I
That's
look
the
forward
thing.
to it. Yeah.
That might be fun, or at the very least, get a little something of Jerry up on stage.
It's less of a show than the last tour, Mike. This new tour is he's showing the movie The Bellboy and then taking questions.
So, do you think when he shows the movie The Bellboy,
right?
Do you think he's not watching it? Is he? Is he in backstage just sitting there?
I just
want
to say what a joy and a thrill and all good things to see the movie on the big screen.
Okay,
no,
here
of course
is
not. Remember when he was doing his other show, between the clips on the big screen, he was taking oxygen.
Let me give you a piece of advice. Your opportunity, Rob, at this place is to get backstage when they're showing The Bellboy.
You're right.
I know that's a sacrifice for you because I know you want to sit out there and watch your movie.
This will shock you. I've seen the movie.
I know
have
you've seen
the
it.
movie.
You've seen it multiple
Not on
times.
the big screen.
Yeah,
no.
I'm not headed to Culpeper to see the movie. I'm headed to see Jerry. So stay tuned. There's a good. It's been years since I've spoken to the man.
Right. Very good. And he did. He did speak to Jerry. Remember when, let me see, Azalea Banks threw a fit over Nicki Minaj having a wax theme figure at Madame Tussauds? Even though it was a representation of Nicki's actual video and Nicki loved the figure when she saw it, Azalea decided it was insulting and even racist. She also tweeted, quote, this was her tweet, verbatim, "All people are going to do is go up to that statue and take pictures shoving their crotch in her face and putting their crotch on her butt." Well, that prediction came true big time. There are quite a few pictures online of people doing all manner of naughty things to Nicki's wax figure. The figure she's on all fours.
Yeah, like
It's
in
from
the video.
And after the pic started circulating, Azalea tweeted, "I have some sort of feral triple intuitiveness that makes me know things as soon as I see them." I don't think so. I think anybody looking at that wax figure would know that people, if they could, were going to do that.
Yes, of course.
You don't have to use Zoltar.
The museum says this should not be happening, and they're going to put a stop to it by setting up the statue where the public can't interact with it. That's the whole fun of going to Madame Tussauds, is interacting with the figures.
I hate wax museums.
So anyway, they're going to try to put a stop to it. We'll see what happens.
Perverts.
Like the cat.
Jimmy Buffett. Rob and I are not a fan of the parrot heads.
Here.
Rob, you feel exactly about the parrot heads the way I do. You articulate it better than I do, though,
Well,
right?
what it is they are professional. He's coming to town. We now have 28 hours to drink and have fun, and it starts right now. Hawaiian shirt, rum-based drink, shut down Route 66, burn down the stadium.
Thank you very much.
That's a parrot head, right?
Beautifully put. The Sun Chronicle reports that there were makeshift toilets everywhere after a recent Jimmy Buffett show. The local police said, quote, "They're known as a party crowd, and I guess they don't want to wait in line for the bathroom." No, what they're known as, let me tell you this, as someone who dealt with them, what they're known as are the most entitled fan base I have ever seen in my life, where they celebrate this crap music and every year say, we're fun. But they can't just go out and have fun. They have to make sure everybody knows they're having fun.
And it's also a moneyed, entitled crowd. That's why
Absolutely.
you have the Cadillac Escalade that has been put with wicker and palm trees on it. Because they can afford to be that because they're jackasses.
There's a big. Let me tell you, what Rob and I are doing right now. There's a segment of the audience that's I'm never listening to them again.
No, I'm
I
loving
swear
it.
to God.
Yeah.
So
you can take all the time you say, but not listening to us, and drink something out of a coconut. You idiot.
this is how many people we're talking about. According to the report, 75 to 100 tailgaters had to be told to shut down homemade toilets in their tents, and 7 to 10 of these filthy things were left on the grounds after the show.
Don't worry, the fans of fish will clean it up.
Yeah, exactly. Many of the toilets are just, here's what the toilets are: a 5-gallon bucket with a foam pool noodle around the rim to create a seat.
It's very ingenious.
This disgusting, or others are a wooden box with a bucket inside.
Oh, that's what I'm bringing to the Jerry Lewis show.
And a toilet seat attached to the top. Officials say this does occasionally happen with fans at other acts, but parrot heads are one primary offender. As ridiculous as all this sounds, abandoning toilets like this is a health issue, and authorities say they're going to be cracking down on people who have it. It's just, God, the parrot.
Nothing like a big bucket of rum-based BM.
Gross. Lovely. All right, we got to wrap this up. Moving right along. A little something. At Springfield Technical Community College in Massachusetts, there's a health class where the teacher uses an anatomically correct female mannequin for demonstrations.
Nice.
Sorry for the pronunciation of anatomically. You can probably see where this story is going. 23-year-old Wahid Al-Monla broke into the school in May of last year and had his mind on that mannequin. He took it into the bathroom and had wild sex with it. The campus police wound up finding, quote, fabric from the mannequin's genitalia on the bathroom floor and a condom in the garbage. Wahid was caught breaking in on the surveillance cameras, and the cops arrested him shortly after that. He wasn't a student at the college, and there is no word on whether the mannequin's genital area will be reupholstered. I don't understand fabric. I'm sorry. I don't get that. So, yeah, that's it. We got to take a break right now. When we come back, that's really fabric from the genitalia. I guess we got to get this right out to the upholstery. Might have been yarn. I don't know. Who knows? We'll take a break. Come back with the Audio Vault. Rob Spiewak right here on the Mike O'Mara Show.
It's Tony and Gary.
Hey there, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tony Perkins.
And I own the Perkins Pancake House.
And on this week's edition of our show, Gary Stein and I try to take credit for all the people who have been on our show this year and have gone on to amazing, great things.
And we did it.
We did it. How come it's not happening for us?
I don't know. We got to figure that out.
Anyway, on the next show, Donnie Simpson, Annie Yu, and Angela Stribling all live. It is jam-packed.
Chock full.
Check it out, TonyPerkinsShow.com. Subscribe on iTunes. Download the new free app.
The
I don't talk about
Perkins Show.
There it is. I don't talk about it enough, but really, seriously, great shows. Tech 411, Cake and Cookies, Rob and Joe. We've got the Tony Perkins Show. If you haven't gotten deep into the More Network and sampled some of these shows, you really owe it to yourself to do that. Instead of whining when the Mike O'Mara Show takes a week off, check out some of the other offerings that we have. They're fantastic. Cake and Cookies. You got Rob Spiewak up here in Virginia. You got Katie down there in Savannah, Georgia. You got two old pals, Tomo and Oscar Santana that do Tech 411. Rob and Joe, you heard their sick brand of humor. They're hysterically funny as well.
5 years they've been doing it. They've been on
Marcus
forever.
Serta with Omeracast. He's fantastic. And the Tony Perkins Show, if you want to smile and have a really good time and listen to two dear friends that love show business and love entertaining you, really check it out. Tony is the Fox 5 anchorman here in Washington, D.C. and does a great job. It's really great show.
The most recent Tony Perkins show from last week had Mickey Dolenz and Donald Trump. So make sure you check that out. It's really a must listen.
That's pretty good stuff. Let's open up the Audio Vault for today. This is Thursday, Aug 20, 2015. Rob Spiewak, take it away.
This is, we were just mentioning Donald Trump. Sometimes he does a quote that I just hear it, and I do the 15-second replay on my DVR and shake my head. Because once again, they're trying to pin him down on his immigration policy. and they ask him a direct question. Mike, can you decode this?
But do you forcibly remove them? I mean, if they choose not to go, if they say, no, I'm not going to go, my kid's in school.
It'll all work out. It's called management. Politicians can't manage. All they can do is talk. It's called management. And we'll do an expedited system because I agree with you. There's some very, very good people here that are here illegally, but they are illegal.
It is such corporate BS speak. We're going to expedite. We're going to expedite it.
I would like to. Can we bring the Eskimo in? Bring the Eskimo in. Okay. Yeah, bring my Yeti cooler. Thank you. All right, I'm reaching into my Yeti cooler right now. Look at this ice cream cone. Would you buy it from me? Buy my ice cream cone, Eskimo. He bought it, 25 cents in my pocket. I did. I just sold the ice cream to the Eskimo.
But the
Thank
whole
you very
problem,
much.
Donald, it's going to work out?
Yes. Management.
It's called management.
You know what politicians do?
What?
China.
They don't do China. That doesn't
Thank you.
make any sense.
Thank you very much.
On the BBC, the British Broadcasting Company, Mike, they have a reporter named Mark Carwardine, I say, and he was doing a documentary where he was going to go out and film blue whales. And the thing about doing a documentary like that is they don't keep a schedule. You know where they are, but if you want them to come to the surface, you have to wait. They shot for their entire schedule, didn't spot a single blue whale. So he's shooting the last piece right here saying, you know, we're sorry, but we weren't able to show you a blue whale. Talk about comedy timing. Sometimes the wisest creatures in the sea have some comedy timing.
Here we are. We spent all day since first light looking in one of the world's great hotspots for blue whales. Haven't seen a thing. Quite exciting in one way. It's very frustrating in another that you know they're here, but you just jolly well can't find them.
A whale surfaces behind him.
There is one.
How
Actually, that was a lot
understated.
easier than I was expecting. There's a whale right there. Talk of the devil. You could.
So great. It is so great.
So understated, the British. Well, talk of the devil.
You got the biggest creature that is on the earth today behind you. Oh, there it is.
Well, I was just wrapping up my entire segment talking about how there aren't any whales. I had 6 quaaludes before I started taping this. Talk of the devil. There's a blue one now.
Kelly Clarkson was on Jimmy Kimmel this week, and he got her to sing actual Tinder profiles.
Oh, awesome.
So they found, actual Tinder profiles from the internet.
I haven't heard this.
Set
This is
them
cool.
to music. I like this one, and I have one more after this.
Fetish. I'm gonna pay for your many and petty nails and worship your feet, yeah. I got a foot fetish.
I love Kelly Clarkson. This one is even better, though, because you know what? This guy has got urgency.
I'm going to China for a month. I'm looking to slip it into something before I leave.
Looking
Spectacular.
to put it into something. She is
That's
great.
fantastic.
And let us close, Mike, with a little bit of sports news. He plays for the Pittsburgh Pirates. He plays shortstop and third base. Are you familiar with Jung Hao Kang?
I am not. Sounds Korean.
He
to
is
me.
Korean, and
Yes.
sometimes he has a great game, and they actually cover the Pirates in Korea because he plays for the Pirates.
Very much. Most of the Asian players get their own press crew. Absolutely.
Here is the Pirate coverage for Korea when he hit a 3-run homer this week.
타석입니다. 어떻게 본다면 이번 이닝의 시작은 강정호였어요.
그렇죠. 흔들리고 있었던 짐 존슨이
Here
하필이면
we go.
강정호 앞에서 바뀌네요.
예. 1구를 때렸습니다. 오른쪽으로 멀리 탑장 넘어갑니다. 강정호 선수가 오늘 경기 여기서 결정적인 카운터 펀치를 날립니다.
피츠버그 타자들 7회 들어서만 9점째. 마지막 방점은 강정호 선수입니다.
강정호 선수 시즌 9홈런
And at that very moment, a blue whale surfaced. Incredible thing you've ever seen. That's your Magic Audio Vault. Have a great Thursday, everybody.
That's it. Another Mike O'Mara Show has come and gone. Be sure and join us again for more fun and more thrills at MikeO'MaraShow.com. If you want to correspond with the show with a letter or package, send it to TMOS Box 2796, Leesburg, Virginia 20177. To get your message or birthday request into the Wednesday mailbag, email Rob with 2 B's at MikeO'MaraShow.com. The Mike O'Mara Show relies on your word of mouth. Tell a friend or family member about TMOS and make sure they get it too. For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, this is Mike O'Mara inviting you to join us again for another episode of the Mike O'Mara Show. Bye-bye, everybody.
So long.
Ciao, ciao.
Wait, don't go. I need to tell you that MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon is perfect for all your online shopping needs. Shop the best way. Shop Amazon. And please go through our website, always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon.
Mike O'Mara Radio Entertainment.